Am I the only one that didn't know the Louvre's crown jewels just vanished, and now the prosecutor is wishing she'd kept quiet? This isn't just another art theft, this is the kind of story that makes you question everything you thought you knew about museum security, law enforcement, and the shadowy world of high-stakes crime. The Louvre, a symbol of French culture and history, has been rocked to its core, and the fallout is only just beginning. Seriously, this case gets wilder by the day. Let's break it down. The headlines are everywhere, and the details are almost too wild to believe. It's the kind of story that feels ripped from a Hollywood script, but it's all too real, and the consequences are massive, not just for the museum, but for the entire city of Paris. So, picture this: October 19th, 2025. The Louvre, Paris's pride, gets hit by a gang disguised as construction workers. These weren't your average thieves, they were professionals, blending in with the legitimate crews working on the museum's ongoing renovations. They knew the schedules, the routines, and exactly when to strike. It was a meticulously planned operation, months in the making, and they executed it with military precision. In under 8 minutes, they swipe 8 pieces of French crown jewels, worth a jaw-dropping $88 million. These weren't just any jewels, they were priceless artifacts, each with its own story, its own place in French history. The thieves bypassed state-of-the-art security systems, smashed display cases, and vanished before anyone could react. The entire operation was over before most people even realized something was wrong. Their getaway? A stolen cherry-picker truck, a busted second-floor window, and scooters waiting below. Movie stuff, right? But this wasn't fiction. The cherry-picker allowed them to reach a window that had been left vulnerable due to construction, and the scooters gave them a quick, nimble escape through the winding streets of Paris. It was a masterclass in criminal ingenuity, and it left the police scrambling to catch up. But here's where it gets messy. Days later, police arrest 2 suspects, one caught at the airport, bags packed for Algeria. The authorities had been working around the clock, following leads, analyzing surveillance footage, and tracking down anyone with a connection to the heist. The airport arrest was a breakthrough, but it also raised new questions. How many people were involved? How did they coordinate such a complex operation? And most importantly, where were the jewels? The other, chilling near his home. He seemed almost unconcerned, as if he believed he was untouchable. The arrests sent shockwaves through the criminal underworld, but they also exposed cracks in the investigation. Were these men the masterminds, or just pawns in a much larger game? But instead of a victory lap, Paris prosecutor Laure Becquot drops a bombshell. She admits that the arrests got leaked. In a rare moment of candor, she stands before the press and expresses regret, acknowledging that the premature release of information may have compromised the entire investigation. It's a stunning admission, and it sends the media into a frenzy. The arrests got leaked. Suddenly, the focus shifts from the daring heist to the internal chaos within the police and prosecutor's office. Who leaked the information? Was it an accident, or was someone trying to sabotage the case from within? Theories swirl, and trust begins to erode among the investigators. Why? Because tipping off the press could let the rest of the gang vanish, or worse, destroy those priceless jewels. The stakes couldn't be higher. With the world watching, every move the police make is scrutinized, and every misstep could mean the difference between recovering the jewels and losing them forever. The pressure is immense, and the clock is ticking. With suspects still on the run and the jewels missing, the case is wide open. The investigation has expanded beyond Paris, with Interpol and other international agencies joining the hunt. Every border crossing, every black market auction, every suspicious shipment is now under scrutiny. The world's most famous museum is at the center of a global manhunt, and no one knows how it will end. Was the leak an honest mistake, or something more? Some insiders whisper about corruption, others about incompetence. There are rumors of a mole within the police force, someone feeding information to the criminals. Theories abound, but the truth remains elusive. What's clear is that the leak has made an already difficult case even more complicated, and the public's trust in the authorities is starting to waver. Across Paris and around the world, people are glued to their screens, debating every twist and turn. Some blame the police for being too secretive, others for being too open. The question of transparency versus security is at the heart of the controversy. Should the public be kept in the dark to protect investigation, or do they have a right to know what's happening in their city? What do you think? Should police keep big cases like this locked down, or does the public have a right to know? It's a debate with no easy answers, and one that's playing out in real time as the search for the missing jewels continues. The stakes are more than just financial, they're about trust, accountability, and the very soul of a city that prides itself on its cultural heritage. Drop your theories in the comments, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for more twists in the world's wildest heists. The Louvre case is far from over, and as new details emerge, we'll be here to break them down for you. Whether the jewels are recovered or lost forever, this story is already one for the history books, and it's a stark reminder that even the most secure places can be vulnerable to those bold enough to try. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep watching, because in the world of art crime, the next big twist is always just around the corner.